culinary, and many other skills. By the way, this is Muhammad. This is me. And this one is Sheikh Muhammad. And did you see this Hermias? Actually, it's a true story, and made use of it on purpose, because he wants to teach Sheikh Muhammad to be patient, to check his blood every day, and also he wants to build an immunity against the scorpion poison. And that's why he used, because it was a baby scorpion, it won't hurt that much, but he wants to build an immunity against the poison. So if we are ready, we can move to the next chapter.
हंगरी में गए थे हंगरी में भी उन्होंने एनिमेशन ही दिखाई का बनाया हुआ था
by collecting animals, collecting anything that he liked as an observer. And his mother, she noticed how he liked to observe things, so she gave him a notebook to sketch and write whatever he liked. And this is how we imagine the room will look like, and what is the things that we find in His Highness or His Highness little key. So here my colleague Aziza will take over from here.
So I will talk to you about some interesting discovery about of His Highness in this drawer over here. You will notice the golden ring is today behind the inspiration of EXPO's logo. So people at the back, you could see it once you come to the front to your left, so you don't miss out. This golden ring is a discovery by His Highness. And why is it today behind the inspiration of EXPO's logo? So it emphasized that 5,000 years ago, when they found that area, 5,000 years ago, there were people, and that spot exactly in the desert was a trading spot. So Dubai was in the map from the Mesopotamian period. And if you move forward with me to your next stop, hello and welcome to His Highness's Fashion and Travel. Please move forward while maintaining social distance, if you may. Yeah, wow. Hello and welcome to His Highness's Fashion and Values. Over here, we recommend you that you take all what you have seen about His Highness's childhood and wanting to know more and more towards education, and curiosity for knowledge has now turned into passion and love. His Highness was passionate about so many things, but two of those were poetry and horses. You will see in the show how intellectual His Highness was in Arabic, and how he used to use very beautiful words to describe his feelings, thoughts, and even nature. And also horses. For example, this tremendous horse over here is not just a sculpture of any horse. This horse is inspired by His Highness's favorite horse, Dubai Millennium. And it was his favorite because it was shipped all the way from the UK with His Highness, and it was a very fast horse that won 9 out of 10 races. So you can see why it's His Highness's favorite. That it was there for His Highness in his proudest moments. The show will indicate all of this, and I promise you, at least you will get goosebumps. If you start in a bit, take your time to take pictures or read through the panels until the show starts. The show will now start. I would recommend you to stand towards the middle and over here. Enjoy.
من خيال سرى. كانت الريح تجري من جنوب وشمال، يوم ليل النجوم غاربة ترى. أحفر الشوق وحدي من شموخ الجبال، ويفضح الموج وجدي للذي ما درى. خبري يا ليالي عن صمود الرجال، واذكريني وقولي بالذي قد جرى. يا نجوم الثريا هل إليك ارتحال؟ ممكن أشوف فوق بعض اسم الشرى. يا صراع أهل شعبي وأهل شعبي مثال في الصبر والبطولة، مجد سطر.
It's there from challenges. We are Arabian Peninsula. Every day is challenge for us. Every day we have to face, challenge for the water, challenge for something political. Every day challenge. So we take it as a challenge. When there is no challenge, everybody is a leader. Where is the difficulty or challenge? Some will come from.
Wasn't that amazing? I hope you have enjoyed. As promised, you got to see His Highness's passion towards horses and poetry. Let me talk to you a bit about His Highness's values. So if you look with me towards the wall behind you and come a little bit to the back, towards the middle and a little bit down, you will notice something very interesting. You will notice that the horseshoe lines up to the horses at the back. And this was not just done for decorations. Actually, we wanted to indicate the precision of His Highness's vision. And this precision has implemented and enrooted in His Highness so many values. For example, determination, discipline, sacrifice, trust, and so much more. That today, we proudly say that His Highness is an idol for all people and all residents of Dubai. And if you move forward, you will see that he did not only implement the people of Dubai, he also had a significant touch on Dubai itself. If you move forward with my colleague in the next stop, you will see how.
No, 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 not yours. Obviously.
Please fill up the space. Welcome to Living Among the Pearl Divers. This piece tells the story of pearl diving. It used to be the main economic source for the region as well as the city of Dubai. However, pearl diving collapsed due to the emergence of artificial pearl in the 1960s. The late Sheikh Rashid, the father of Sheikh Mohammed, challenged his son to try and live among pearl divers and go on one of those diving trips. His Highness accepted the challenge and he went on a trip. He saw how harsh the conditions were underwater and on those trips in general. This inspired him to diversify the economy of Dubai and not let it only be dependent on pearl diving or just trade. You can look at the video on the ceiling. It shows the tools they used to use back then when they used to go to those diving trips. The tools are very primitive, unlike the diving kits of today, which are very safe and high tech. Please move to the next stop on your journey. Thank you so much and enjoy. Kindly stand around the table. Do not touch or lean over it or even sit on it. The table is very sensitive. Thank you so much.
السلام عليكم، مرحبا، نحن الحي.
I landed here around midnight in Dubai, in the dark, at a tiny airport that looked like a little warehouse.
There was one road going from the airport over the Maktoum Bridge with really nothing else in between except for beautiful desert.
كان فيه جمال، فيها حياة. فلما نشوف الخور يقسم البين قسمين، هذه لوحة بانورامية متحركة ذات إيقاع متحرك.
على الفور إذا من المعلومات هو طبعا السلام أساسي كده ما تبقى وزاد الخير وانتباه البلاد والبعث. فالنور يعني الإمارة مختلط بس قايمة على تجارة البيع صراحة، على تجارة البيع. فينس الحمد لله. الناس تجيب البضاعة تخزنها في البيت وترسلها ويشحنونها عند العمل. زاد الله عليه الفور ما عاد يغتسل. رازق المفكر المدرك بدا بمشروع بناء راشد.
We just had a meeting in Dubai with the Generali and Mobashi. Today we have 83 terminals around the world.
Were in what felt like a desert are now part of a full city. And I remember hearing stories of him writing where Emirates Towers are today with some of his friends and telling them, I'm going to have towers here and I'm going to build a financial center here.
Our
We've all worked really hard to get to where we are. They saw the need for taller buildings, they saw the need for connectivity, even the metro. They saw that back in the early 90s, and the need to create an infrastructure, transportation infrastructure in the city that will accommodate the growth of the city.
اللي ميزنا أو في دبي ما في والإمارات أن ما في مريض احتاج لعلاج وما وصل له.
They used to bring patients from Africa to Dubai and treat them at the Dubai hospital. So they started bringing families and helping them. So at some point his hand said, let's just go to them instead of bringing them so we can do more. So that was the story behind Dubai, how we started going international.
هاي الدولة يعني في علاقة رئيسية احنا قفزنا قفزات في كل المجالات ولله الحمد.
Education that is available to all the people of Dubai and the Emirates, as good as it humanly could be.
Is more of solution providers where they are training the children to be global leaders, problem solvers, innovators, and so much more.
دبي أخذت منها كل شيء في دبي، أخذت منها لون البحر، أخذت منها إيقاع البحر، أخذت منها إيقاع البشر، أخذت منها جمال البيئة، روح البيئة.
The very diverse social fabric that represents the city provides inspiration for us as creatives.
دبي زاخرة بأنواع من الثقافات. دبي هي حاضنة للفن والإبداع.
There are many stories in one, but what ultimately brings them together is an unshakable determination as well as ambition.
فيها كل الجنسيات وكل العقليات وكل الباك جراوندز موجودين، وبيتعلموا يعيشوا ويتعايشوا مع بعض بطريقة أورجانيك حلوة رائعة.
If I was to write a book about the future of Dubai, it would be a city that continues to attract some of the brightest and most creative minds from all around the world to call this very ambitious city home.
أحس بيكون عندها سياحية رقية وبنايات تطير وبعد أشياء ننتقل بسرعة بس 5 minutes على شيء.
بعد ما خلصنا قمر صناعي خيسات هي منصة إطلاقها كل حماس وعفوية كنا نقول إذا مشاهدينا نعلن لكم نجاح مهمة خليفة سات بعد أن استقبلنا أول إشارة للقمر الصناعي خليفة سات بعد أن استقر في مداره. لكن أول ما اكتملت لحظة السفر أخذت إطلاق وتبي تشوف الصار ويطلع ويتحرك كانت لحظات تخوف. إذا نبارك لدولة الإمارات قيادة وشعبا نجاح هذه المهمة العلمية كأول قمر صناعي يصنع بأيدي إماراتية 100%.
يمكن يسوون بعد مدينة في المريخ مثل الكنتري ويكون عندي شغل منه.
الشيخ محمد يعني وايد يحب الأطفال، ودائما هاي تشوفين الفرحة في عيونه سبحان الله والأمل.
كان ينزل الشيخ راشد يقعد على دشع خشب كبير، الشيخ محمد كان يقعد حده. بتذكر كيف بيطلع ببيه، كيف بيه كان فلسفته الحياة. وهلا يعني شوف اولاده كيف بيطلعوا فيه.
علمني كل الاشياء اللي لازم اعرفها.
يعني ما في
ما في حدود بينه وبين شعبه. الشيخ ما شاء الله عليه فتح المكان، خلى كل شخص من يوصل به يحس انه هو في امان وفي بيته.
الشيخ محمد استخل كان فخور فينا، هني حسيت ان عندي ظهر.
صاحب السمو ما يتردد ابدا في ان يبدي اهتمامه، يعطينا طاقه ايجابيه.
بقول يعني بدونه دبي ما بتستوي، يعني ما بيكون في البنايات الكبيرة.
This country, I'm proud. 220 country people love Sheikh Mohammed. Everybody love. Small people, poor people, sometimes abra, any people. I just love. Support Sheikh Mohammed and Classic Allah. Thank you, Sheikh Mohammed. I love you. This country, best leader, long life.
इंडिया वाला रामियों का ये
इंशाअल्लाह।
इधर भी ब्रश मार रहा है, उधर भी ब्रश मार रहा है, इधर भी ब्रश मार रहा है। हमारा बंदा नहीं लेके पीछे से और पागल आ गए हैं। This is only the beginning. बस निकाल दिए बाहर।